nagmi-mini Olympics ngayong umaga. At magandang balita dahil ang Yellow Team ay namamayagpag para sa championship. Okay. So, kahit man ganyan po, ay minabuti naming maisahimpapawid ang ating programa, ang iyong paggawa at iba pa kasi mamaya meron tayong mga important guests na darating na gusto naming bigyan ng daan para sila ay makasama rito sa ating radyo. Ipapakilala namin sila mamayang alas 9. At bago po tayo magpatuloy, episode 128 na nga pala tayo. Aba, ang haba na niyan ha. September 16, 2015, and we are going strong for our third year anniversary. Of course, today we will be discussing the program or the seminar which we will be conducting for our locators tomorrow. And the one that has extended help, a part of their CSR, a part of their 70th year anniversary. In fact, they are willing to help us foot the bill for all this meeting, if only that they could extend their know-how, their knowledge about the law on labor and immigration. And later on, we will introduce our guests and the law office that will be conducting the labor and immigration seminar, which will be held 8:30 tomorrow at the Travelers Hotel. Anyway, before we go on with our program, Ding, baka pwede kang mag-greet and siguro meron ka pang oras para mag-enjoy dyan, para mag-greet sa iyong mga kasamaan sa Yellow Team.
Salamat po. Thank you, Attorney. At kami po ay nagpapasalamat at nandito na po tayo muli, nagkakasama every Wednesday. Kayo din po, nagpapasalamat po kami dahil nasabi nga po ni Attorney kanina na meron kaming ongoing na Mini Olympics. Second day po ng ating 2-day Mini Olympics para po sa SBM employee. At natutuwa po ako dahil po sa opisina po namin, 5 po kami doon, 4 po lahat ay mga athlete. May sasalihan po kaya...
Athlete at gold medalist lahat?
Malalaman po kasi po ongoing pa po yung ibang events, Attorney.
Okay.
Si Alex ang ng taong bahay namin para tumao po. Gayun pa man, tuloy-tuloy po ang buhay, tuloy-tuloy po ang ating mga trabaho. Kahit po minsan merong, sabi nga ni Chairman, kahit pa minsan kalimutan muna natin yung stress sa ating opisina at mag-focus din tayo dun sa ating pangangatawan. Gayun din po, binabati rin po namin ang mga suki po nakikinig ngayon. Kung kayo po ay merong mga katanungan, pwede po kayong mag-text sa amin sa 0915-498-5829. Sa Smart naman po, 0907-637-2251. Pwede nyo rin pong gamitin yan sa amin mamaya sa aming mahiwagang tanong sa pagpapatuloy po during our 1.5 program para po sa episode na ito. Magandang umaga po.
Oh, Daisy.
Yes, good morning sa ating mga suking tagapakinig ng ating programang Paggawa Tiba Pa. Binabati ko ang aking mga kasamahan dyan sa Workforce Development Division na kasalukuyang nagkakandak ng Employee Orientation Seminar. Ito po ay maghapon, may pang-umaga at may panghapon na seminar para sa ating mga workers.
Parang Kapampangan ka.
Panghapon.
Yeah. Okay.
Panghapon. Ayan po. At syempre, binabati ko si Sir Q. Nanonood ngayon. He's online at Ustream. Hi, Sir Q. Thank you for the donation.
Well, it means that you have your heart is in the right place. Okay, Daisy, go ahead.
Yeah, ayan po. At syempre sa ating mga suking nakikinig ngayon, ang tabayanan niyo po ang ating mahiwagang tanong maya-maya lamang po dahil makakasama rin po natin ang ating bisita na sila po ay magkakandak ng seminar this coming Friday, ang SISIP Law Office. Ayan po, at magandang morning sa inyong lahat.
By the way, for your information, yung ang rason po kung bakit si Daisy ay tuwang-tuwa at nag-regret kay Mr. Q, dahil siya ay naging beneficiaryo, yung ang Workforce Foundation naging beneficiaryo ng computer na manggagaling kay Mr. Q. Kung sino ang Mr. Q, sasabihin ni Daisy sa pagdating ng panahon. Parang Aldab eh. Okay, Chris.
Opo, ay nako, mapagpalang umaga po sa atin lahat. Umpisa pa lang po ay nagkakatuwaan na kami. Muli po ay binabati ko kayong lahat ng mga masugid namin tagapakinig. Sana po hanggang matapos po ang aming programa, wag po kayong aalis dahil maganda po ang talakayan mamaya. At bago po ang lahat, binabati ko po ang mga taga CWD, yung mga PDO, yung mga taga OCHealth, HR, at saka po yung mga taga legal, at syempre yung mga taga budget. At bago po kami magpatuloy, announce na po namin yung naging winner last week. Sa t-shirt po, isa lang po ang nanalo, isa lang po ang nag-text. Ang tanong po kasi doon, magbigay ng 2 employment status na manggagawa sa pagawaan. So, ang nanalo po doon ay si Mary Grace Knight or Nite ng New Cabalan, Olongapo City. At sa mga load naman po, ang tanong po namin doon, saan lugar po ginanap ang Gender Sensitivity Seminar ng SBMA Top Management. So, ito po ang mga winner. Si Hazel Bukat po ng Quezing Street, Olongapo City.
Quezing, yeah.
Marlon Favor ng Kalapandayan, Subic, Zambales.
Subic, Kalapandayan.
Ezekiel De Ano ng Santa Rita, Olongapo City. Eden De Pasupil ng Mabayuhan, Olongapo City.
Oo.
Si Kayla Canilaw ng Gallagher Street, Iztapinak, Olongapo City.
Okay.
Belen Mendoza ng Pag-asa Market, Olongapo City.
Mga Olongapo ha?
Opo.
Okay.
Cholo Cabarles ng Iztapinak, Olongapo City.
Okay.
Aileen Dominguez ng Subic, Zambales.
Okay.
Rona Bohols ng Hanjin, Philippines.
Okay.
At si Jinky Mendame ng Aningway sa Katihan, Subic, Zambales.
3 Subic, 7 Olongapo.
Opo.
Yan ang mga nanalo ng ating load na 50 pesos para sa araw na yan. At sa umagang ito, siyempre meron ho tayong libreng breakfast at meron ho tayong libreng load, at itong libreng load at ang ating libreng breakfast ay donation o sponsorship ng Horizon Hotel. Okay, Ding. Itong Horizon Hotel, ano naman nasaan naman yan at ano ang kanilang mga amenities sa kanilang hotel?
Apo, the Horizon Hotel po is the newest
Parang Daisy ka.
hotel inside the Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Sila po ay modern, comfort, right in the heart of the city center. Sila po ay located at Lot 70-4 Canal Road, Central Business Area, Subic Bay Freeport Zone. At sila po ay merong mga different room type, from standard to deluxe room, business, including yung kanilang po mga family class B, family and VIP family suite. Ang kung meron po kayong katanungan, pwede po silang matawagan. Kung magtanong po sa Horizon Hotel sa 250-3223. O pwede po kayong mag-text sa kanilang cellphone number na 0917-850-1612 or 0998-863-5733. Ulitin ko lamang po kung gusto niyo pong alamin po ang mga serbisyo po ang biniprovide po ng Horizon Hotel, pwede po kayong tumawag sa kanilang landline na 250-3223. Gayun din naman po para sa ating load, attorney, nagpapasalamat po tayo sa Anthony Corporation na sila po ang sumagot ng ating pa-load para sa ating pa-contest this morning. At binabati po natin, nagpapasalamat po tayo kay Sir Maiko Kabigting.
Yeah, Maiko.
So, Sir Maiko, at pakibati rin daw po ang kanyang wife na si Miss Angie at kanilang apo na si Enzo Luis.
Si Maiko, parang lagi akong kinikindatan o manirisim niya yun.
Mabait po talaga si Maiko palabati, attorney, si
Ay,
Maiko.
si Maiko pag nagsasalita parang gumagano. Manirisim niya.
Maaari po, attorney.
Akala ko lagi niya akong kinikindatan.
Ang karagdagan po, attorney, ang Anthony Corporation po ay matatagpuan dito po sa, ang main office po nila ay dito sa Calaclan Road. At ang kanilang main line of business po, sila po ay nagpro-provide ng aluminum and glass supply. So,
Okay.
yun po. Maraming salamat po sa Horizon Hotel and Anthony Corporation.
Okay, salamat kina Maiko na nag-provide ng ating breakfast ngayong umaga. Of course, ngayong umaga ay gaya nga ng nasabi natin, meron tayong event na mangyayari bukas, okay? At yan ay isang seminar na isang parang CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility Program ng isang law firm at ito ay kanilang hinahandog sa kanilang 70th year. Ang tagal na nun pang 70 taon na ang existence nitong law firm na ito. And of course, later on, when we start our program at 9, that's the time we will introduce them to you. But of course, our guest is here, and we are very thankful for their support and for choosing SBMA to be the venue for this CSR program of theirs. But of course, we are also glad because the topics which they have prepared for us are actually topics very relevant to the Labor Department. Part of the processes which the Labor Department extends to its locators. Natutuwa rin ho kami dahil in one quick notice, mga 1.5 months lang ang aming notice, we have already our interested locators who will be joining us in the program, in the seminar tomorrow. And of course, our guests will be informing us of who the speakers will be and their expertise and their long line, their length of experience in the field which they will be discussing. We are glad that the chairman is extending his gratitude for the support of this law firm. We will vastly talk about it later on, and when we introduce our guest today. Now, before we go on, we would like to say that on October ba yun, Daisy? Sa October? Next program.
Yes, sir. October 9.
October 9, we will be having the Bridging the Gap of Cultural Barriers. This is another program. The Bridging the Gap of Cultural Barriers is a regular yearly budgeted program of the Labor Department, and of course supported also by our locators, if only to help out the Freeport maintain industrial peace. Especially so because of these cultural gaps, dahil itong sa mga pagkakaiba ng kultura, dahil sa iba ng mga pananaw sa mga bagay-bagay, lalo-lalo na sa mga pang-araw-araw o yung mga tradisyon na umiiral o yung mga kultura sa kung paano ang iyong pagtingin sa isang babae, kung paano ang iyong pagtingin kontra sa pamilya at ang iyong trabaho, kontra sa pagtingin ng iyong mga kasamahan na dayuhan at yung mga cultural gaps ay hindi lang yan dahil sa isang dayuhan at ang isang lokal o Pilipino. Ang mga cultural gaps po, para sa inyong kaalaman, ay umiiral rin sa Pilipinas mismo sa kadahilan ng iba't ibang mga lingwahe ang meron tayo, dialects. At dahil dyan, meron yung tinatawag na regionalism. So, yung cultural gaps na yan ay kailangan maintindihan rin yung mga dayuhang namumuhunan kasi yung cultural gap na yon ang siya rin nakaka-epekto sa productivity ng paggawa. Of course, yung cultural gaps na yan, madaling intindihin kung regional, may mga Ilocano, may mga Tagalog, may Bisaya, may Kapampangan at lahat-lahat. At minsan, nagsama-sama-sama sila dyan sa paggawaan at minsan, pag naipagsama-sama, pinag-mix-mix mo sila dyan sa pagpagawaan, doon minsan hindi nagkakaintindihan. Dahil minsan merong mga iba dyan, pataasan ang ganun na, pataasan ang ihi. Kaya cultural gaps can happen locally, regionally, or cultural gaps with foreigners. At yan po ay importante dahil dyan nagkakaroon ng industrial violence, nagkakasapakan, nagkakasakitan dahil lang sa hindi pagkakaunawaan. Gusto natin mas ayos yan at yung taunan na programa, and that is where your fees go. Yan ang sinasabi ng SBMA. This is where your fees go because the one that will budget for our expenses here is the Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority with the blessing and approval, of course, of our chairman and administrator, Roberto V. Garcia. Okay. So, yan po. Another thing is, last week, gaya nga yung sinabi ni Ding, merong manang na lumapit sa akin. Oh, sir, sabi niya, enjoy na kayo ang sarap nung buhay nyo. Pumunta kayo ng Baguio at nag 3 days kayo doon. Kung nalalaman lang ho ninyo, nakakulong po kami ron. Magmula umaga, alas 8:30 ng umaga, nasa convention hall na kami hanggang alas 6. Walang iwanan. Gwardyado. Kasama si Chairman Garcia. Kaya nga noong flag ceremony nung Lunes, sabi niya, ang aming gender and sensitivity development training ay naging successful. Kasi kung malalaan nyo lang ang maging witness ho doon mismo ay yung facilitator ho namin na siya mismo ang nagpatunay na bilang isang kilalang tagapagsulong ng gender development programs ay sinabi niya na itong SBMA ang kauna-unahan kong nalalaman na GOCC na siyang nagsusulong at talagang pumundo para sa gender sensitivity. And of course, this will be a part of my advisor's corner sa ating labor monitor, sa ating newspaper sa Labor Department, which comes out quarterly. Okay. At merong ngayong September, lalabas na naman ho kami, siguro first week of October, lalabas na naman yung aming labor monitor. Okay? So, it's already 9 o'clock, and as usual, DJ Double B, siguro take it away for our station ID, and pagkatapos niyan po ay yung aming ang rason kung aming minabuti na meron tayong paggawa at iba pa ngayong umaga. Okay?
Paggawa at iba pa was brought to you by the SBMA Labor Department.
Hi there, this is Lindsay. Using cell phones while driving is strictly prohibited.
In Subic Bay Freeport, traffic rules are strictly enforced. A safety reminder from Corporate Communication, LED, and this station.
Subic Bay
for the best music mix that keeps you rooted to your radio.
This is PBS, the Philippine Broadcasting Service, jointly owned and operated by the national government and Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority. This is where you find news and entertainment with a wide variety of music. 89.5 FM, My Subic Bay Radio.
Subic Bay Freeport Zone.
Subic Bay.
Visit Subic Bay Freeport Zone.
A special message from
89.5
My
Subic Bay Radio
Worldwide
and Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority.
Pare, you know what? I miss the nightlife. Kaya lang, my doctor told me na bawal akong ma-expose sa mga lugar na puno ng cigarette smoke.
Wait a minute. You mean you haven't been to the only non-smoking music bar in Olongapo City?
Meron? Really? Lahat ng mga napasok kong gimikan na bar, wala pang ilang minuto, amoy sigarilyo ka na agad paglabas. According to studies, mas malakas maka-cancer ang second-hand smoke.
Well, Dre, I got 3 words for you. Subiza Music Lounge.
Make some noise!
That's right, Subiza Music Lounge, the only non-smoking music bar in Olongapo City. And not just that, they also have the latest in digital speakers, lighting, and equipment. Hindi masakit sa tenga. Pwede tayong mag-usap ng hindi nagsisigawan. Yan ang makabagong bar. Non-smoking na, high-tech pa.
Wow! May mga bands ba sa Subiza Music Lounge?
Dre, hindi lang basta band. Mga top local professional bands. Back-to-back with club DJs.
Ayos! Panalo sa lahat ng mga non-smokers na gustong gumimik.
You can bring your kids with you and party with a whole family. Come on then, let's go. Subiza Music Lounge is located within Subiza Beach Resort and Hotel at number 13 Baloy Beach Road, Barrio Barreto, Olongapo City.
Subiza Music Lounge.
The only fully digital, high-tech, and non-smoking music bar in Olongapo City.
Subiza.
Sa Bingo Party at manalo ng hanggang 100,000 pesos jackpot prize. Ang Bingo Party ay bukas araw-araw mula alas 12 ng tanghali. Ito ay matatagpuan sa number 4 20th Street, East Bahak, Olongapo City. Dating RC Supermarket. Sa Bingo Party, swerte ka dito!
So, you're within Subic Bay and you simply want a relaxing place to stay, just like home. Or perhaps have a little fun with a family or friends while you're at it. Puma Subic Hotel and Restaurant, located along the Waterfront Road, Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Puma Subic Hotel and Restaurant. The hotel features 39 high-class, air-conditioned guest rooms that are cozy, spacious, and modern, fit for couples, families, or for individuals looking for a getaway. Our restaurant offers a sumptuous selection of international dishes created from the finest and freshest ingredients. Enjoy our outdoor swimming pool and kiddie pool. And for weddings, birthdays, and for all other events, we have our conference rooms, plus the Grand Ballroom. Puma Subic Hotel and Restaurant, your one-stop destination for luxurious hotel accommodations in Subic. Call us for reservations at landline number 250-8282 or visit our website at www.pumahotelsubic.com. Taste of Puma. Sponsored by Ocampos Mall. October 2, Friday, 7 p.m. onwards. Come down and treat your taste buds with Puma's new scrumptious dishes and be serenaded by our special guest band.
Good news to all Subic Bay Freeport residents. Experience PLDT SubicTel's Fiber. Fiber, home's most powerful broadband. It lets you enjoy high-speed internet. Seamlessly stream blockbuster movies on demand. And watch Signal Digital TV channels. Choose the Fiber plan that's right for your home. Available in Biniktikan, Kalayaan, and QB areas. For inquiries, please call 252-FIBER. That's 252-3427. Or email sales@subictel.ph. Good news! PLDT Fiber now available in the Central Business District area. If you love music from the good old days, Index Acoustic Bar and Resto is for you. Playing nightly are folk, country, classic rock, new wave, and other hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and the 90s. Index Acoustic Bar and Resto will take you back in time. The only one of its kind in Olongapo City. That's not all. Our drinks are very affordable. Try our best tasting appetizers. You will get one free for every bucket of beer. Visit Index, listen, and enjoy music that will bring you back to the good old days. We also accept functions, conferences, meetings, birthdays, baptismals, or simply any party. Index Acoustic Bar and Resto is located at number 44, 7th Street, West Pina, Olongapo City. For inquiries, you may call or text 0919-343-4723. Join us as we celebrate our first anniversary featuring recording artist Jograd De La Torre. Rene Alon. Plus daily singing contest from 3 p.m. till 8 p.m. Grand finals will be on the anniversary date, November 7. See posters and print ads for details.
Usapang medical ba ka mo? O baka naman libreng konsultasyon sa doktor ang iyong hinahanap? Aba, dito ka na sa bagong programa ng 89.5 FM My Subic Bay Radio. Kasama ang Doktor ng Bayan. Konsulta pang Medisina with Dr. Husay Laksamana every Thursday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Isang oras ng libreng pagkonsulta live on air tuwing Huwebes mula alas 9 hanggang alas 10 ng umaga. Konsulta pang Medisina. Konsulta pang Medisina. Starring Dr. Noel Husay Laksamana with special guest doctors every week specializing in pediatrics, OB-GYN, ophthalmology, general surgery, internal medicine, cardiology, dentistry, orthopedics, and many, many more. Libreng konsulta Medisina tuwing Huwebes ng umaga. Konsulta pang Medisina. Presented to you by Our Lady of Lourdes International Medical Center. Center. Full hospital services with affordable, top-of-the-line facilities, laboratories, and rooms. Complete with state-of-the-art equipment. Avail of our special hospital packages such as Executive Checkup, OB Package, HMO or Company Packages. We also accept insurance. Our Lady of Lourdes International Medical Center is located at number 2 National Highway, Barrio Barreto, Olongapo City. For more information, call our landline number 047-306-5250 or text our cell phone number 0928-820-8191.
We are interrupting this program to broadcast a special communique.
89.5 Subic Bay Radio still plays the hottest hits.
Gentlemen.
Turn it up. Stand by. We're starting the probe.
Now, more music.
I put on your favorite. What tune you like the most? Give me the music.
895.
895 plays all the hottest hits.
All the hottest hits. All the hottest hits. 89.5 Subic Bay Radio.
Paggawa at iba pa.
That is definitely correct, ladies and gentlemen. 11 minutes past the hour of 9 in the morning. Nagbabalik po ang paggawa at iba pa.
Kagaya nga ng nasabi namin, salamat DJ Double B at thank you again for helping us. Kasi kung hindi natuloy ang ating huntahan at pakikipagkumustahan at pakikipagkakilala sa ating maganda at siyang namamahala sa isang law firm dito sa Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Gaya nga ng nasabi ho namin kanina, ang nabanggit na law firm na mag-CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility, at bilang yan sa kanilang 70th anniversary ay ang Sisip Salazar Hernandez and Gatmaitan Law Offices. 70 years na po ito. Ito ay isang tanyag na law firm sa Metro Manila at hindi lang sa Metro Manila, sa buong Pilipinas na. Saka doon na lang sa taon ng kanilang paglilingkod bilang isang law firm ay doon nyo na lang mapupusuhan kung gaano katatag ang law firm na ito, ang Sisip Salazar. 70 years of practice. Mahirap po yata. Hindi pa ako pinapanganak, nagsimula na itong law firm na ito. At bilang kinatawan ay ng law firm na ito para kaniyang ipakilala ang kanilang law firm at para na ring ipakilala hindi lang bilang malaman lang kung ano yung law firm, ngunit ipaalam kung ano itong mga programang kanilang ibabahagi sa programa nating seminar na gaganapin bukas. And I am very happy to introduce to you a brilliant and beautiful lady from the Sisip Salazar Law Offices, Attorney Rosby Paylip Giang. Tama ba yun, Rosby?
Thank you, Attorney Pastor, for that very gracious introduction. It's Paylip Giang. Okay, acceptable na rin po yun. But some of my friends really call me Paylip Giang. It's a local surname.
Okay. Sige. At gaya nga ng nasabi ko, bago ka pa dumating, aking ipinagyayabang na nga rin. Dahil biro mo, naging beneficiary ang Labor Department, naging beneficiary ang Subic Bay Freeport Zone sa dunong, kaalaman at eksperyensya ng inyong law office para mabahagingan ang ating munting Freeport ng inyong mga expertise. So, pwede bang can you talk some more about the law office and what are the other programs you have in the 70th year? Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Before I begin, I would like to greet good morning to all the listeners of this radio program.
Yes.
Thank you again, Attorney Pastor, and the staff of the Labor Department for inviting us.
Yes.
And we are very glad to be here and to be able to discuss to you the upcoming event on September 18th, 2015. That is the Kapihan with SISIP in Subic.
Yes. Actually, that is tomorrow na.
On Friday.
Friday.
On Friday,
okay.
sir. Yes.
Friday. Sorry. I'm mistaken. Okay, thank you.
As I was saying, SISIP Salazar, SISIP Law, is celebrating its 70th year anniversary, and part of this celebration is the Employment and Immigration Department of SISIP Law will conduct a kapihan on September 15, 2015. The venue will be the Travelers Hotel in Subic Bay, and the event will be will be hosted by experts on immigration law and labor law.
Oo. And of course, this will start at 8:30 in the morning.
Yes.
And registration is going on. Those who are interested to join in the kapihan, they can still come and register. If you want to register, you can register with the Workforce Development Office of the Labor Department. And Daisy, what's the telephone number of the Workforce Development Division? Can you share it with us?
Yes.
For those are still interested.
Yes, attorney, para po doon sa gustong sumapi o mag-participate nitong ating seminar on Friday, this coming Friday, September 18, pwede po kayong tumawag sa aming landline at 252-4092 or 252-4496 or 252-4067.
Dahan-dahan lang, Daisy. Ulitin mo.
Ayan po, ulitin ko po, 252-4092, 252-4067, and 252-4496.
Okay, good. So para sa mga locators who are interested to join the kapihan, you can still join us. You still have 2 days to register. Okay. And what else? Why did you happen to call it kapihan, Roseby?
Yes, sir. It's called a kapihan because this will be an interesting discussion, an exchange of ideas, not merely a lecture on the different topics that I'll be discussing later on.
Yeah.
After the lectures, in fact, there would be
Parang interactive siya.
Yes, an interactive question and answer portion. In fact, we may conduct breakout sessions so that if locators do have questions on any of those lectures, they can immediately address those questions to the lecturers themselves.
Parang they will be living through. Parang binubuhay nila ay parang isinasabuhay mismo doon sa lecture ay doon sa seminar yung mismong lecture. Parang ganon.
Yes, sir.
Nagkakaroon ng isang lively discussion, lively exchanges para maintindihan ng husto ang ibig sabihin ng batas patungkol doon sa talakayan. So that it will be, parang mailagay at maikintal sa kaisipan ng mga mismong nag-a-attend doon sa programa mismo, kahit doon man lang sa isang araw na lecture at interactive role-playing or what have you, talaga namang matututo kung sino man ang mag-a-attend doon. Ganun ba ang ating concept? Yeah.
Yes, and if I may add, Attorney Pastor, this will not be a regular lecture wherein the participants will just listen.
Parang nakakanto.
Yes, nakakantok naman yung gano'n, yung regular nating...
Parang laging kape.
Yeah, yung
parang ang
seminars
kalabasan ng kapihan copy more. Copy pa more. Parang
Copy more.
Yan. Hindi.
Yes.
Yung kapihan dahil talagang buhay. Pag nagkakape kasi, nabubuhay ang huntahan, ang talakayan. Ganon.
Yes.
Yeah.
At notwithstanding na legal yung some aspects.
Yes. Minsan
yes.
nakakabagok, lalo-lalo na pagka pinag-uusapan ng provision of law. Diba?
I guess we can all say that, but of course, if we will undertake. In fact, we will undertake to make the discussions more lively, and it will be focused on the participants, not on the lecturers.
That would be great. So, in itself, kaya ginawang kapihan sa how did we kapihan
with
SISIP in Subic. Okay. Kaya nga ganun po ang ating title ng ating seminar na yan. So sa title pa lang, gaya nga ng nakagawian ng mga abogado, dapat meron ng dating. Kaya doon sa kapihan, yun yung dating ng seminar na yan. And para matikman naman so that our listeners can already have a bird's eye view of what will be discussed. Ano naman itong mga topics na ating i-discuss dito? What will be the subject matter ng ating mga talakayan dito sa kapihan na ito, Rosalie?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The kapihan will be divided into 4 sub-lectures. The first lecture would be a lecture on the employee rights to privacy. This lecture centers on the rights of employees, privacy expectations of the employer vis-a-vis the rights of the employer.
Okay.
Ito po, in our present world, of course, we know na nag-emerge ng social media. Every one of us siguro naman has a Facebook account or a Twitter account or Instagram or what have you. There are certain laws, certain regulations. Of course, we are going to balance the employee's rights to privacy and his rights and the rights to as a worker. Pero we will also balance that with respect to the rights of the employer to regulate the conduct of its employees.
Yes. Of course, medyo ito, nung nasa kolehiyo pa ako, wala pa ho itong batas masyado kasi yung batas tungkol dito sa, what do you call this? An online and ano yung topic na nun, yung tungkol sa paggamit ng mga social media, mga computer, etc. Ano na yung law? What was the law on which will regulate yan, yung mga online, Twitter, paggamit ng Twitter, etc., etc. There is this law now na bagong approved ng ating Kongreso kung saan pati yung mga yung responsibilidad ng mga network companies at lahat-lahat kabuuan yung diniscuss. I think naging professor ko sa MCLE yung nagsulong at gumawa nitong batas sa UP. Anyway, medyo may senior moments ako. Ano na yung itong law na ito? Law on email, cyberspace regulations. Okay? So, kasama ito kasi
yes.
You're talking about online or offline employee right to privacy.
Yes.
When you talk about online or offline kasi parang you're already talking about law. Okay,
Attorney,
you happen to know?
Is it the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012?
I think that's it. Cybercrime
Prevention Act of 2012, if my memory serves me correctly.
Yes, and I think even the rights of workers are actually discussed there. And yes. The network, di ba? Parang pinagtipon-tipon na lahat.
Yes.
Na parang maging comprehensive, parang hindi hiwalay-hiwalay yung mga batas patungkol doon.
Yes.
So, that would be the law. Yeah, I think you are right because it's recent, 2012. Yeah.
And if I may add, when we say online privacy, that includes your emails, company emails.
Yes.
Of course, the employer has rights and is entitled to reserve rights with respect to with respect to regulating these emails.
Yes. Kaya nga yung cyber yung ginamit kasi basta gumamit ka na ng computer at humimpapawid na yan, cyber na yun. Kaya lahat ng bagay. So, kung gumamit ka ng email, ginamit mo yung computer, papasok na sa area yan sa cyber world. Kaya nga, sabi nga nila, trilyon na yata ang mga citizen dyan sa cyber world na yan. Ang tawag nila nga dyan ay netizens. Kaya tama na maisimula na ang ating mga manggagawa at ang ating mga kumpanya rito tungkol sa talakayin, tungkol sa karapatan ng mga manggagawa pag sila ay gumamit ng kanilang computer. Gumamit ng kanilang computer o kumonekta sa mga social media, kung gumawa ng mga email, kung ano-ano at ginamit yung cyberspace o gumamit ng computer. At ito ay ang kanilang they are interested kasi may mga email na pribado. At kailan ka may karapatan na mag-email na pribado sa opisina, sa paggawa? Yun ang mga tanong dyan. Ano yung batas na iiral dyan? Kailan naman na pwede kang mag-email na kasabay doon sa yung paggawa? Something like that, di ba? At lahat-lahat ng mga napaloob doon sa diskusyon sa bagay na yon. Dahil ang pag-uusapan dyan ay ang karapatan ng mga manggagawa at karapatan rin ng employer. So, balansyado ang batas. Tinimbang ang batas at hindi magiging kulang, maging patas ang labanan. Okay? At yan ay bibigyan liwanag ng ating mga lecturers at ng ating mga dalubhasa na nanggaling sa SISIP Salazar. Sino ang ating discussant dito, Roseby?
Yes. The lecturer would be Attorney Dante T. Pamintuan,
yes,
who is the head of our Employment and Immigration Department of SISIP Law.
Okay. So, talaga naman, yung kanilang head ng Employment and Immigration sa SISIP Salazar, mismo siya ho ang tatalakay nitong batas na ito at yung mga kaakibat na karapatan para sa manggagawa at saka namumuhunan. Okay. Ano pa, Roseby?
The second topic would be much more interesting.
Much more interesting.
Yes.
I would suppose. Talagang nung tinitingnan ko pa lang kung ano itong mga ito, itong pangalawa ay talagang it caught my eye already. Okay.
Yes. The second lecture would be Managing Romance in the Workplace.
Ayan Managing Romance in the Workplace. Si DJ Double B, meron siyang programa sa hapon yata. Romance ba o sa gabi?
Sunday evenings, Lover's Lane.
Lover's Time. Ganun, parang it's a midnight romance. Dito naman, workplace romance. Ayan. At dyan sa workplace romance, may mga umiiral rin na mga batas. At hindi lang batas, mga desisyon ng Korte Suprema. At dito maging interesante, gaya nga sabi ko kay Roseby kanina, gaya yan nung discussion namin sa gender and gender sensitivity development training na talagang it is interesting. It is nice to be discussing about it. And habang sinasabi ko yon, sinigurado sa akin ni Roseby na talagang maging very interesting ito. In its topic, in the title alone, sabi niya, Managing Romance in the Workplace. Paano mo pagsasabihan at yung magsinirog ay mismo na andon sa pagawaan? O, na andun sa workplace mismo.
Yes.
At andun sila magkatrabaho o magkaibang departamento o yung isa nakakataas, yung isa nakakababa. Meaning, yung isa supervisor, isa subordinate, and etc.
Yes.
Okay.
And malalaman din po natin sa lecture na ito kung ano yung mga karapatan ng employer sa pag-regulate ng conduct between the two lovers. Pero, on the other hand, we will also know the rights and the limits of the showing of romance. Affection and romance in the workplace.
Yes. So, totoo. Totoo yung sinasabi. Pansinin ho ninyo, hindi lang ho yung may magsinirog ang may karapatan na, for example, to a limit, mag-exercise, magpakita ng kanilang pagmamahalan. Ngunit, ang karapatan rin ng mga namumuhunan, yung employer, para ito ay i-regulate. Pansinin ninyo, lahat ng diskusyon nitong kapihan na ito, meron laging kaakibat na karapatan ng manggagawa at ng namumuhunan. So, itutuloy pa natin yan. 9:31 na po. At bago nating ituloy ay some messages from our radio station. DJ Double B, please.
Paggawa at iba pa was brought to you by the SBMA Labor Department.
Hello there, this is Eric Nash. And remember, no throwing of trash while driving.
In Subic Bay Freeport, traffic rules are strictly enforced. A safety reminder from Corporate Communication, LED, and this station.
SBMA. Subic Bay Metropolitan Authority joins the whole country in celebrating the National Tourism Week, September 21 to 27. Spearheaded by the SBMA Tourism Department. Jobs Fair, Trade and Photo Exhibit, Tourism Quiz Challenge, Bartending and Flair Tending Competition, Body Painting Contest, and a whole lot more.
Here we go.
On September 25, Friday, at the Malawaan Park, Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Massive free concert and street party with top local bands and club DJs. Plus,
Special performance from a national recording band.
Inner Voices.
Inner Voices.
With our own hearts mending, love will find a way. I need your touch, and so my love, please stay.
Together with a Philippine representative to Asia's Got Talent, Music Climax. And then, grand special performances from 2 Korean pop groups sponsored by Subic Safari. All-male K-pop group Fame Us. All-female K-pop group Asha. Free concert and street party on September 25,
Friday,
at Malawaan Park, Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Broadcasted live.
89.5.
My Subic Bay Radio.
This my station. Sponsored by Smart Communications, San Miguel Corporation, Ayala Harbor Point Mall, Subic Hats Visitors Board, and Docks, Extremely Expresso, Port Meridian, Buena Casa Hotel, Royal Duty Free Store, Jerry's Grill, Hot Shots Burger, Sagara Villas, Subic Danzi, Spencer Fusion, Best Western Hotel, Century 21, VFA Shuttle Services, Pier 1, Moonbay Marina Villas, Travelers Hotel, Greenwich, Ritz Spa, and Treetop Adventure Park.
Hello there, this is Eric Nash. And remember, no throwing of trash while driving.
In Subic Bay Freeport, traffic rules are strictly enforced. A safety reminder from Corporate Communication, LED, and this station.
Paggawa at iba pa. Paggawa at iba pa. Ang programa para sa mga manggagawa ng Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Mahahalagang issues patungkol sa paggawa. Tatalakayin. Paggawa at iba pa. Paggawa at iba pa. Presented to you by the SBMA Labor Department and Attorney Severo C. Pastor Jr. Paggawa at iba pa. Paggawa at iba pa.
Sponsor ngayong umaga sa ating pagkain at sa ating mga load ay ang Ding. Pwede bang ibahagi mo ulit? Kung hindi, papagalitan ka ni Maiko Kabigting.
Opo, Attorney. Magpapasalamat po kaming muli para po sa aming nag-provide po ng aming breakfast for today. Ang Horizon Hotel po na sila po ay the newest hotel inside the Subic Bay Freeport Zone with modern facilities and comfort right in the heart of the city. Sila po ay located at Lot 70-4 Canal Road, Central Business Area, Freeport Zone. At kung nais po silang tawagan, pwede po silang matawagan sa kanilang landline number 250-3223. Yan po, Attorney.
Okay. At yung Anson naman?
Yun naman po sa ating load para sa ating mahiwagang tatanong para ibibigay namin mamaya ay binigyan naman po ng Anthony Corporation na po yan po ay nagpapasalamat kami through kay Mr. Maiko Kabigting. Siyempre po pinagpapabati rin po ang kanyang wife na si Miss Angie together with their apo Enzo Luis.
Okay. So yan po ang inyong mga sponsors ngayong umaga. At ang ating mahiwagang tanong ay anong law firm
yun po?
Anong law firm ang ating ang magse-celebrate ng kanilang 70th year anniversary dito at sila ang mga nag-sponsor kasabay natin para dyan sa Labor and Immigration Updates Seminar. Okay, nagaganapin sa September 18 sa Biyernes at magsisimula yan ng 8:30 ng umaga sa Travelers Hotel. Okay? So, ano yung pangalan ng law firm? Kahit yung unang pangalan lang, pwede na at hindi nyo na kailangang buuin. Yung makakabuo, meron siyang palakpak. Okay. So, lahat yan ay mananalo ng 50 peso load. Ang 50 peso load, gaya nga nung nalalaman nung mga mahilig sa text-text at lahat, kasabay na rin dyan, meron ka na rin libreng call, libreng tawag, pwede ka na rin gumamit ng Facebook at pwede ka ng
mga promo, Attorney.
Mga promo at meron ka pang text sa 50 pesos. Kaya marami ang sumusubaybay sa ating mahiwagang
ulitin po natin, Attorney. Okay, ulitin po natin yung mga pwede po nilang i-text sa Globe number dito po sa 0915-498-5829.
Okay.
Sa Smart Mobile naman po 0907-637-2251.
Ulitin din.
Opo, sa Globe, yung pong mahiwagang katanungan po, para po sa mechanics, simple lang po, i-text niyo po ang inyong sagot, space, ang inyong pangalan, space, ang inyong pong address. At isend po sa Globe number 0915-498-5829 at sa Smart Mobile naman po 0907-637-2251. Yan po.
Okay. Ituloy natin ang itong interesting na mga discussions na parang you have a bird's eye view, mga synopsis kung ano yung ating mga talakayin sa kapihan ng SISIP sa Subic sa nagaganapin sa Biyernes ng alas 8:30 ng umaga. Okay, so Rosby, Attorney Rosby, ay sorry na lang Panyera at laging Rosby ang tawag ko sa'yo. Si Attorney Rosby ay siya ang parang managing lawyer para sa kanilang dito sa Subic lang. Dito sa Subic. Siya ang managing siya ang nagmamanage sa law firm dito sa mga concerns na meron dito sa Subic Bay Freeport Zone. Okay. So, Padera, Rosby, baka itong managing romance in the workplace, sino naman ang tatalakay nito?
Yes, yung second po na topic natin will be discussed by Attorney Marian M. Miguel, a senior partner of CCPLO.
Senior partner din.
Yes.
So talagang ang mga maging makasalamuha ng mga participant at nasisigurado ko ang mga katanungan lalo-lalo na tungkol sa karapatan, yung mga rights ng mga empleyado at ng kumpanya patungkol sa mga subject matters na ito. Like for example, managing romance in the workplace ay kayang-kaya o mabigyan liwanag ng ating mga speakers. Ms. Attorney Marian Miguel, senior partner ng CCP Salazar. Another topic is the multicultural workplace. Yan, yes. Medyo bahaging nadaplisan kong na-discuss yan, lalo-lalo na doon sa isang yearly program sa Bridging the Gap of Cultural Barriers. Can you give a short synopsis of dito tungkol rito, Rosby?
Certainly, sir.
Yes.
We are witnesses of the emerging recent trends now in the work environment. Yung ating work environment now is not only confined to Filipino citizens or Filipino workers. Now we can see foreign workers coming in. Kaya yung ating working environment now is a mixture of various cultures, languages, and other matters. So traditions, yes. Thank you. So this lecture would like to address not much on the legal side, but on the practical side of these mixtures of cultures and languages. Kasi minsan, aminin po natin, meron tayong mga cultures na hindi po katanggap-tanggap sa ibang cultures and vice versa. So how do we address these problems or these issues? Kasi iisa ang ating workplace and nakakasalubong natin itong mga foreign workers na ito in our daily lives and in the conduct of our work. So how do we deal with such differences?
Importante ho ito. At kaya nga laging taunang discussion, taunang binabudgetan, taunang humihingi kami ng suporta o mga bagong ideya kung patungkol sa multicultural differences ng mga manggagawa kasi kailangan ito ay dahil tao ang mga gumaganap dyan, kaya maraming mga dimensions yan, maraming mga bagong mga nangyayari na iyong makikita dyan sa paggawaan na yan. Ang isang nakakatawangang ehemplo noon ay merong, for example, meron yung mga taga Middle East na manggagawa at ang kasabay sa paggawa ay ang Pilipino. Ang hindi naman tungkol sa kultura ang pinag-aawayan. Hindi naman tungkol doon sa kung ano ang pananaw nila sa babae o ano ang pananaw nila sa paggawa. Mauuna ba sa pamilya o susunod sa pamilya ang paggawa? Merong inuuna yung paggawa. Hindi doon nagsimula ang problema o yung away. Alam mo ninyo kung saan nagsimula? Sa amoy. Yung hygiene. Kita, kasi siyempre, yung dayuhan na nanggaling sa ibang siyempre, yung mga babae pa yung kasabay doon sa pagawaan, alam nyo naman yung mga Pilipinong babae, mababango yan at talagang mahilig sa yung naliligo at maganda yung kanilang hygiene.
Yes, fastidious and cleaning.
Pag tinapatan mo ng medyo kakaiba yung amoy dyan, nasira na yung pagawaan. Di ba? It affects productivity, it affects harmony, lahat na yan. Biro mo, isang bagong kaalaman na mismo yung lecturer na nagulat siya. Kasi ang kanya lahat ng sentro culture. Yung isang manggagawa, buntis yung asawa, kailangan niyang umuwi dahil manganganak na. Pinipigilan ng Koreano kasi hindi, dapat mauuna yung trabaho mo. Kung hindi, wala kang ibubuhay sa pamilya mo. Parang mga ganun. May pagkakaiba dahil sa isang Koreano, importante sa kanya ang trabaho. Sumusunod lang ang kanyang pamilya. Parang ganun. Yung babae, sumesegunda lang sa lalaki. Ang Pilipino, pantay ang pagtingin sa babae.
Yes. Sa atin kasi napaka-tight ang ating family ties.
Yeah. Di ba karamihan ganun umiikot yung mga diskusyon.
Yes.
Pero rito kakaiba.
Yes.
Yung amoy.
Yung very interesting dynamics ng
nakakaya naman sasabihin ko kung ano pang country, kung saan nanggaling yung question na problema.
I may also add na there are some cultures na okay ang mambatok. Pag nagbabatian, it's part of their culture. Pero of course, hindi yan katanggap-tanggap sa mga Filipinos. Yes.
At yan ay nangyari rito sa SBMA kung saan ang lahat ng mga manggagawa nag-walk out sa paggawaan dahil yung mismong nambatok sa supervisor na Pilipino yung presidente ng kumpanya. At syempre, sana tatakbo yung mga Pilipino. Baka babatok-batukan na lang sila. Ang ginawa nila, nag-walk out sa paggawaan. At yun ay naging isang baptism of fire ko kung paano ko pabalikin at ayusin yung problemang yun. Kasi bagong paggawaan at bagong mga manggagawa yung mga naandun. At ang masaklap pa, talagang naturuan na sila sa skill doon sa paggawaan na yon. At biro mo, nag-3-day walkout yun Tatlong araw. Talagang, at nagsisimula pa lang yun nung kumpanya ngayon. Mabuti, yung kumpanya natuto sa multicultural difference, yung paano in-adjust and everything. At ngayon, umiiral pa yung kumpanya. Yun ang beauty nitong discussion na ito.
Yes, that's one of the objectives of this lecture. In fact, to make us adjust or to make the appropriate adjustments to behaviors such as those. So when a Filipino employee happens to meet, for example, a foreign employee who does that, so paano ka magdi-deal sa ganung situation? How do you properly, and of course within the legal bounds of law din, how do you properly address yung ganong mga actions from a foreigner?
Yes.
Considering na hindi siya taga dito, so ikaw naman.
And most of the time pa, yung mga foreigner dito sa Subic Bay Freeport Zone, nasa mas angat ang posisyon nila.
Yes.
Kasi usually they are the supervisors or the managers or the foreman or what have you. Minsan nakakaangat at yung Pilipino minsan regular rank and file lang siya, paano na ako? Parang ganun ang mangyayari. So, at paano yung tama rin na dapat pananaw noong ang karamihan na kinukulture yung namin gap na seminar, yung mga foreigner para sa Pilipino. Pero sa Filipino na rin tinuturuan. Ang isa rin nagiging problema dyan sa cultural differences minsan at karamihan na talagang nagsisimula niyan, communication.
Yes, language.
Oo. Kasi yung karamihan ng mga dyan, mga dayuhan, dito, for example, Koreano, naku, nagalit pa ako dyan dahil nag-i-interview ako para sa AEP. Sabi ko, magmula ngayon, pag wala kayong interpreter, hindi na ako mag-i-interview. Kaya pag nag-i-interview ako sa immigration, yung nag-a-apply ng alien employment permit para sa kanilang Subic Clark working visa, at pupunta, no understand, hindi alam. Anong silbi nung interview, di ba? So sabi ko, hindi. Kung hindi ko sasagot, hindi ko interview. Kaya ngayon, natuto na sila. For example, yung mga Japanese na na-interview, marunong na rin mag-English. Yung Taiwanese, medyo alam mag-English. Merong mga Chinese, magagaling sa PROC, hindi rin marunong mag-English minsan. Kaya minsan, naiinis ako.
Yes, I know that we are witnesses to these emerging trends po in the workplace. Yung dagsaan ng mga foreign workers dito, sometimes they are not that equipped to express themselves in English.
Yeah.
Opo.
That's true. And then maraming mga cultural differences that are actually that can happen. Pero pagpansinin mo, nasa language pala. It is not in the tradition, it's not in the culture, but it is in language. You get what I mean? The other one is, it is in yung hygiene, etc. Nakukuha mo. So, kaya nga multidimensional siya.
Yes.
Itong multicultural, itong mga multicultural differences. Like for example, in the earlier part, doon sa yung there is this very big company inside na ang kanilang kinuhang caterer para sa pagkain nung beginning, para sa pagkain ng mga manggagawa, doon sa kanila. Kaya nga yung luto lahat nila, paano yung Pilipino, kahit dinengdeng lang, katalo na, paano yung pinapakain sa kanila, kakaiba.
Foreign dish.
Kailangan mo pang i-acquire yung taste ng mga food nila at lahat-lahat. Nagkagulo.
Totoo po
Kaya
yan.
we had to tell them, hey, Mr. Company, you will have to get, anong pangalan yan, yung mga caterer na Pilipino para mas matuwa. Kasi napapansin ninyo, heavy sa palakasan, sa pagkain, sa kanin at kakainin. Kung hindi kumain ng mga yan, paano sila under the sun, pupukpuk sila ng mga bakal, tapos biglang iinit, etc. Tapos wala silang nakain.
Sometimes foreign food kasi takes, parang...
You should acquire yung taste.
Opo, acquired taste siya.
Yeah, you need time before you like it. In fact, in the beginning, I didn't like pizzas at all. And then ngayon, recently, gusto ko na. Yung mga sushi, before, ayoko rin. Now,
so it takes time po. That's the bottom line.
I come to like them.
Yes.
Even yung mga Korean food. Diba? Yung mga kimchi or mga lahat-lahat dyan. Noon dati ayoko. Pero ngayon, dahil lagi na akong na-expose, lagi ko na natitikman, masarap na rin pala after a long while. Diba? Parang alam mo, yung sometimes yung the smell, di ba yung kahit naman, siguro sabi ko nga yung mga workers doon pagka ganyan, kahit na may amoy na yan, pag magtagal, hindi mo na rin alam yung amoy. Sabi ko, hindi sir, hindi, gano'n. So, gulo pa rin, you get what I mean. Pero ganyan rin yung sa food parang ayaw mo sa una, pagka na-acquire mo na yung amoy, kasi yung eating food is sometimes through smell and taste.
Yes.
Nakukamukta sabay yun.
Yes.
Kaya later on, you get it also. So ito, mga culture, dito nag-emanate yung mga cultural differences. At dito ay bibigyan liwanag tayo ni Sino, Rosby?
Attorney Albert Yu Chang.
Attorney Chang, okay? Special Counsel ng SISIP. Okay.
Special Counsel po.
Albert Vincent Yu Chang. He will be talking on multicultural workplace. At yung huli, immigration trends and updates.
Yes.
Can you give an insight, a bird's eye view?
The last lecture would discuss the immigration trends and updates, recent rulings and regulations. This is also a very interesting topic, especially for the Subic locators, because some or a lot of the Subic locators are, holders of visas. They have been issued foreign visas. So, yung mga topics na i-discuss ni Attorney Russell Rodriguez would touch on their rights, kung ano po yung mga violations na hindi nila dapat gawin at kung ano yung consequences if they do violate those rules.
Yeah. Ang isang maganda siguro and of recent one I think this is just an issue last week, is with regard the differences of immigration and the Department of Labor and Employment. Kasi recently, about 22 Japanese workers who were working in a call center in Cebu were being asked by the Labor Department to be deported because they don't have alien employment permit. But the Japanese workers were saying, no, we are well documented because we have PPW, provisional permit to work. You get what I mean? Yes. And so, because there is one agency that gave them an authority to work, and the other one also says, no, because the one that should regulate your employment permit or your permit to work is the Department of Labor, and it's not immigration. Anyway, that's an issue. But here in the Freeport, for your information, Rosby, that is resolved. Kasi sa amin, yung PPW or SWP is just used to bridge you to your working visa. So for example, if you come and your services are immediately needed, you get a 30-day PPW. Because the PPW's duration is only for 30 days. Extendable for another 30 days. The CW, I think, is good for 3 months and then good for extendable for another 3 months. So that would be it. But the ones that were given in Cebu, the Japanese people were given, was only 30-day visa, 30-day work permit, given by immigration. But while you are working and you have a PPW, you must apply for AEP, Alien Employment Permit, so that with the Alien Employment Permit as a requirement for you to have your 2-year working visa. That should be the one that should, ganun dapat ang takbo. Ngayon, hindi parang hiwalay. Hindi karugtong doon sa proseso. It's as if the process didn't merit towards getting the working visa itself. Here you have a provisional...
It's good to know dito sa SBMA yung process.
Yes,
malinaw,
because
clear.
We have a MOA together with the Clark, together Immigration, Department of Labor, and SBMA define yung kanilang duties and responsibilities and the extent of effectivity of one's jurisdiction over the other. Parang ganyan. Parang function, etc. etc. So, meron yun. And kasi ang the bringer of all this was 7227. And magagaling ka, actually, ang SBMA kasi, modesty aside, siya ay ang pinakaunang Freeport. Yung Clark was an eco zone before. Recently lang transformed into Freeport.
Yes.
So, yung mga naging kasanayan namin dito sa SBMA, napagtibay na noong time pa ni na Chairman Gordon noon, kung saan meron na mismong MOA, DFA, DOLE, Immigration, DOTC, etc. Napagtibay sa isang and then later on, redefine lang to include Clark. Kasi we have during the time of President Macapagal Arroyo, she wanted na magkaroon ng pareho ang mga procedures and processes and immigration ng Clark at saka SBMA. So we had to share and abide by whatever was agreed upon later on. Ganon. So, pareho na ang processes of how you do it in Clark and SBMA. So, mabuting i-discuss yan para ipaalam rin na yung sigalot na nangyari kamakailan. Nasa dyaryo yun eh.
Yes.
Yung about the 22 Japanese. In fact, the Japanese embassy tried to intervene for in behalf of the Japanese workers kasi, hey, they are trying to do what they are supposed to do. they might not just have been informed. Parang ganun ang sinasabi ng embassy.
I believe the speaker will also discuss on these recent issues and recent news regarding immigration.
Yes.
That will be touched on.
And it will not only be on visas, but also on working permits. On work permits. Because these two are can be interused, and then you will have different interpretation. Kasi at one time meron pang isang very aggressive na immigration commissioner na no, I can issue work permit on his own, diba? Before Mison, diba? Sabi niya, so he was issuing 2-year work permit, working visas left and right. Of course, the Labor Department questioned it, and later on, the Secretary of Labor had to ask for a meeting with the President, if only to clear this up. Because nabibigay na siya ng work permit sa mga presidente, kung kani-kanino, etc., etc. Paano naman kami?
Process, hindi
na nasusunod.
Yes.
That happened also about during the time of President Macapagal Arroyo. Yeah. So these things, we are also well informed kasi this is a part of the Labor Department's mandate na trabaho. Okay. It's and the one who is going to talk about it is
it's Russell Rodriguez.
Okay, so
he is the attorney in charge of the Subic office.
Okay, he is the attorney in charge of the Subic office.
Partner in charge, sorry. Partner in charge.
Partner in charge. Now, Roseby, as a parting word, kasi baka pagalitan tayo ni DJ Double B, it's 101. So, parting words, and invite our locators to join us dito sa programang ito, sa Biyernes.
Yes, again, we would like to invite everyone, not only those HR practitioners, but also those managerial officers.
Yung mga nasa admin.
Yes, admin staff as well, executive officers, to come join us and attend the Kapihan with SISIP in Subic, which will be on Friday, September 18, 2015, which will be held at the Travelers Hotel. At 8:30 in the morning, the registration process starts, and then the lecture will be done by 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Now po, I have given we have discussed the 4-part lecture series, which will be given by experts in immigration and labor law, which will come from our firm.
SISIP.
And SISIP law, yes. Just to give a summation of these lectures, the employee is guaranteed a right to privacy and such other rights. The Constitution itself says that a person has these rights, but when it comes to the workplace, these rights may be curtailed up to a certain extent, of course, subject to the rights of the employer as well. So we must understand na while the law grants employees some rights, we must also respect the other rights granted to the employer. So this will be a well-balanced lecture on the rights of the employers and the employees as well.
Well said. So those are parting words from our guest today, Attorney Roseby Paylip Giam. Okay? And Ding, paalaman na ano yung mahiwagang tanong and babay na.
Opo, attorney, yung pong ating mahiwagang tanong ay mga nanalo, attorney. Next week na po natin i-reveal ko sino po ang nanalo.
So alam nila kung ano ang magle-lecture sa atin sa Biyernes.
Opo, yung mahiwagang tanong po, sino po ang law firm? Anong pangalan po ng law firm po na guest po natin today? Na sila rin po magle-lecture ng darating na seminar natin this coming Friday.
Okay.
At may mga tamang sagot na rin po, attorney.
Okay.
Opo. Paalaman na po. Nagpapasalamat po kaming muli sa inyong pagtutok sa aming programa. At sana po sa susunod na Miyerkules, ganito rin pong oras, makasama po namin kayo sa aming paggawa at iba pa radio program.
Chris,